Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. So the last update about unfortunate love was how Rishi tells Malishka that he doesn't love Malishka, and this made Malishka lost it and she wanted to kill herself. Then Kiran decided to call Sonal to come and help her daughter. So let's continue from there. Barney is watching the promo of a new show called Rap Say Outdoor. Charlotte comes there and watches the promo too, and they think to watch the show once it is released. In the morning, Kiran comes to Malishka's room and thinks that if Malishka agrees with her, then she will get more good alliance than Rishi. Kiran wakes Malishka up and tells her that Sonal is going to come. Malishka wakes up and sees Rishi and a picture on her phone and she kissed Rishi on the picture. Kiran says your day starts with Rishi. Malishka says Rishi is my everything, and Kiran says you will get Rishi, and she asks her to have patience. Malishka says sorry to Kiran for yesterday. Kiran asks Malishka to promise her that she will not do it again, and Malishka promised her. Sonal comes to Malishka's house. She sees something and thinks that this is the solution for Malishka's problem. Malishka comes there and greets Sonal. Sonal asks Malishka to tell her what is her problem, and Malishka says Rishi is her problem. Sonal says to Malishka that I thought you and Rishi got married. Malishka says Rishi married someone else. Sonal says that is why you wanted to die, and she tells her that life is everything. Malishka says my real problem is not Rishi but Lakshmi. Sonal laughs, asking if Lakshmi is Rishi's wife, and Malishka nods yes. Sonal tells Malishka that she will solve her problem and she will send them to honeymoon, and then only Malishka will go on honeymoon with Rishi. She says I have solution for this, and she shows Malishka a photo with Lakshmi. Malishka asks when and where did you meet Lakshmi. Sonal laughs and says this is the solution for your problem. The manager calls Virendra and tells him that Mrs. Alvira and her secretary will reach by evening, but she wants to meet Lakshmi. Virendra says my daughter-in-law, it is absolutely fine. Malishka asks Sonal that when did you meet Lakshmi? Kiran asks if Sonal is Lakshmi's friend. Sonal says no and says that Lakshmi doesn't know her, but I know Lakshmi. Sonal says to Malishka that she was coming when a flashback is shown. Lakshmi tries to give money to the needy person who wants to go to Gurdaspur, but the money flies away and falls near Sonal's car. Sonal stops the car and asks, how dare you? Lakshmi says sorry and she takes the money and gives it to the needy woman. Sonal tells Lakshmi that the woman fooled her with her story and tells Lakshmi that she will find the woman here tomorrow again, fooling the people. Lakshmi says no matter what, they should still help and she goes to the car. Sonal asks for Lakshmi's name and Lakshmi says Lakshmi Rishi Oberoi. Sonal asks her again and Lakshmi says her name again. Sonal thinks that so this is the illiterate village girl who is Rishi's wife, who can be fooled by anyone, and Rishi left Malishka for her. Sonal asks Lakshmi if she can take selfie with her, and Lakshmi nods her head that yes, and Sonal takes the selfie with Lakshmi and the flashback ends. Sonal tells Malishka that if Lakshmi is your problem, then you are more foolish than Lakshmi. Malishka says Lakshmi has manipulated everyone's mind and she is fooling all the Oberoi family. Sonal says I don't believe it. Kiran says Lakshmi looks simple, but she is very clever and she fought with the terrorists to become great. Sonal tells Malishka that Lakshmi is an easy target and she will throw Lakshmi out soon. Malishka says even she thought like this, but she failed all the time. Sonal says Lakshmi has won as you let her win and you accepted your defeat. She says you are so much better than Lakshmi. There is no comparison. And Malishka says I know that. Sonal says to Malishka that I do whatever I think and I win always. Malishka says I have lost always from this Lakshmi's fate. Sonal asks Malishka to be like her and says that she has cheated her best friend and she married her husband. She says she is now her best friend's husband's wife, and Malishka says that woman was not Lakshmi and that was why you win. Sonal says to Malishka that she will move Lakshmi away from Rishi's life. Malishka says if this happens, then I will give you anything. Sonal says challenge accepted and says if I throw Lakshmi out from Rishi's life, then you will give your Rishi to me. Malishka looks shocked and Sonal laughs at Malishka and Kiran smiles. Later, Sonal and Malishka comes to the Oberoi's house. Sonal keeps her hand on Rishi's eyes. Karishma asks Rishi to guess. Rishi asks who is she. He says this is not Lakshmi or Malishka. He asks if this is Zuzane. Karishma asks who is she. Malishka says to Rishi that if you don't identify her, then you have to agree to her sayings. Sonal removes her hand from Rishi's eyes. Rishi sees Sonal and says, hot, bold and happening girl of our college. Sonal meets Karishma and Lakshmi looks at them. Malishka asks Sonal to complete the challenge and Sonal says to Rishi that any girl will be flattered seeing you even now. Malishka asks Lakshmi to meet Sonal. Sonal asks if Rishi will give her whatever she asks for. Rishi says, I don't have any option. Sonal asks for a kiss and says that you used to give me kiss daily. Malishka asks Rishi if he would kiss Sonal. Rishi clarifies to Lakshmi that Sonal is joking and Sonal says nothing was serious. Sonal tries to make Lakshmi jealous and says that since college days, Malishka and Rishi were a couple and they can never separate. She goes on praising them as a couple and Rishi looks at Lakshmi. Malishka gets happy and thinks that Sonal is targeting Lakshmi well and she is happy about it. Neelam asks Mukesh for her tea. Mukesh says Lakshmi is making it. Virendra also asks for his tea and Mukesh says Lakshmi is making it too. Lakshmi brings the tea and Ayush praises Lakshmi for handling the house well and says it is too good. Karishma says the house was running well when Lakshmi was not here and we were happy then. Ayush understands that Sonal is trying to make Lakshmi jealous and Ayush says to Karishma that when Lakshmi was not here, we did not know what was missing in our family and Malishka gets upset hearing Ayush praising Lakshmi. Ayush says that they are dependent on Lakshmi and without Lakshmi in their house, then they cannot do anything. Virendra also praises Lakshmi and says we are nothing without Lakshmi. He says my mother asked Lakshmi to drop and pick her up from her friend's house who is going to the US and says Lakshmi take care of my medicines as well. Rishi also praises Lakshmi and says Lakshmi take care of my files too. Ayush says that Lakshmi searches for me when I go missing too and he quickly says that it is a joke. Rishi gets jealous and says that the joke is too much. Virendra tells Lakshmi that a client came from London and the client wants to meet Lakshmi. He says, I kept party for the client. Karishma asks why. Virendra says they just want to meet Lakshmi. Neelam says, how are we going to arrange for the party? Karishma says that the last time Lakshmi arranged for their party, a big drama happened and she asked Malishka to handle the responsibility. Malishka happily says that she will do the arrangement and in fact, she will do it better. Sona asks Virendra to give the responsibility to Malishka and says that a beggar fooled Lakshmi and took 500 rupees from her, which means that Lakshmi is too naive. Lakshmi says it was not like that and says if that woman is lying that she needed the money, then I will lose the 500 rupees. But if she is saying the truth, then that 500 rupees will be very useful to her. Virendra says to Sonal that Lakshmi thinks about others and for their betterment before thinking about herself. And Ayush says that this proves that Lakshmi is not stupid, but the person that is stupid is the one who thinks that Lakshmi is stupid. Ayush says Lakshmi's sister-in-law will take up all the party responsibility and Virendra says yes. Ayush says if we give the party responsibility to Malishka, then we have to tell Malishka everything to do. But Lakshmi understands what she needs to do at once and Malishka gets angry. In Kiran's house, Kiran thinks that it is good that they got rid of Balvinda. She thinks that thank God that Sonal came and she wishes that Sonal will get Rishi and Malishka married soon. Rishi comes to the kitchen and asks Lakshmi if she is upset about everything that Sonal did and says. Lakshmi says no. Rishi says I know that you are upset and he asks her not to roam around with sad face. He talks to Lakshmi looking at the spinach and calling the spinach Lakshmi just to make Lakshmi cheer up. Lakshmi serves water in the glass. She collides with Rishi and laughs. Rishi pours the water on his face and says it is good that you smiled. He says I thought to pour the water on myself to make you smile. Ayush comes there and takes their photos as they were having a romantic moment in the kitchen. Lakshmi says to Rishi that you are mad. Rishi says I know and he wipes his face with Lakshmi's palu. Lakshmi smiles and wipes Rishi's face with her palu. Malishka gets angry and asks Sonal if she saw what happened and says that you call Lakshmi as easy target but see what is going on. Sonal asks Malishka not to feel bad and says Lakshmi has become their slave. Malishka says Lakshmi is making everyone dance on her tune. Sonal says trust me that Rishi is just yours and you will get him. She says that Lakshmi will not be in your way. Karishma is going to the room and she says that finally, Rishi will become of Malishka with Sonal's arrival. Karishma says that Malishka has bear so much due to that cunning Lakshmi. She thinks that she wants something to happen with Malishka. She says Malishka is simple, but Sonal is very sharp because Malishka had already told her so much about Sonal, and she thinks that Sonal will separate Rishi and Lakshmi very soon. Karishma comes to the room and collides with Malishka. Malishka says that she is sorry, but Karishma asks her not to worry. Karishma says to Malishka that you are trying hard to separate Lakshmi and Rishi. Malishka recalls how she had tried to separate Rishi from Lakshmi, and she says to Karishma that she has been trying since day one to throw Lakshmi out of the house, but her plan has always failed. Malishka says to Karishma that I will give my life if Rishi asks for it, and all I want is for Rishi to become mine. Karishma smiles and she asks Malishka not to worry and says very soon, your dream of having Rishi to yourself will be fulfilled, and she says that the way has come to her and the way is so now. Virendra calls Mrs. Avira to his house. Avira tells him that Lakshmi is such a brave girl and she is eager to meet her. Virendra says, I will send you a car that will bring you. Ayush collides with Virendra, and Virendra says if you had collided with your mom, then what would have happened? Ayush says then my mom would have made me as Alu Kachalu, and they laugh. Virendra tells Rishi and Lakshmi that he called Mrs. Avira to their home. Karishma tells Malishka that she can get Rishi with Sonal's help. Malishka thinks if Karishma knows that she was working with Balvinda. Sonal thinks that Karishma is in Malishka's favor, and Karishma says to Malishka that Sonal will help you. Sonal says to Karishma that she has seen the dream of dancing in Rishi and Malishka's marriage. She says that she thought that Malishka and Rishi are married, and says that Rishi is a nice guy and he might be keeping his marriage with Lakshmi, but he will never love Lakshmi. Malishka says that she can feel it and sense it that Rishi loves Lakshmi, but Karishma says that Rishi can have sympathy on Lakshmi, but he doesn't love Lakshmi. Lakshmi asks Rishi that what is he saying. Ayush shows them their kitchen romantic photo and says that he is collecting proofs of their love story. He says it is visible that whatever is between them is love, but Rishi says that what is between them is caring and friendship and nothing more. Ayush says good souls and he goes. Rishi asks Lakshmi if she has something else in her heart rather than friendship, and Lakshmi looks on. Malishka tells Karishma and Sonal that she can sense it that Rishi loves Lakshmi. Sonal says you are Rishi's first love and a person can never forget their first love. Lakshmi tells Rishi that she has the same feelings that he has. Rishi says that he has the feeling of a best friend in his heart, and he pulls Lakshmi's cheeks and he smiles. Karishma tells Malishka that she has to win this time because she is the hope and the desire of the Oberois, and Sonal tells Malishka that she is lucky to get the support of Karishma. In the room, Rishi thinks that why did Ayush think that I love Lakshmi? Lakshmi is in the bathroom. Ayush comes to the room and asks Rishi that why is he hesitating to say I love you to Lakshmi. Rishi says you started again and says I don't love Lakshmi, else I would have felt it and know it. He says we are just good friends. Ayush says to Rishi that if you don't love Lakshmi, then do you love Malishka? Sonal and Malishka are hearing their conversation and they get hopeful that Rishi will say that he loves Malishka, but Lakshmi comes out and she asks Rishi to give her money so that Grandma can give the money in the temple. Rishi gives Lakshmi money for Grandma and for Lakshmi, but Lakshmi says that she doesn't need the money. Sonal comes in and asks Lakshmi if she is going somewhere. Lakshmi says yes, and she asks that why. Sonal says when you go out, then Rishi will get freedom and we will revive our old memories. Lakshmi says Rishi has freedom when I am with him. I am his wife, but that doesn't mean that he will forget his old friends. Lakshmi asks them to sit and talk and she goes. Ayush sits on the table with them to hear their conversation. Sonal says to Ayush that don't worry, we are not going to snatch Rishi, and she asks Ayush to give them privacy. Ayush says okay, I will leave, and he tells them that Lakshmi is with Rishi even if she is not with Rishi physically. Malishka asks Ayush that what do you think that I always think? Do you think that I always think of how to separate Rishi and Lakshmi? Ayush says it is your words, but if you try to do this, then I will not let this happen. Ayush says after old memories are refreshed, then give Rishi freedom and he leave. Rishi asks Sonal and Malishka not to mind Ayush and says he is just joking. Sonal says Rishi and Lakshmi are happy and that is all that matters, and she asks Malishka to stop telling Rishi that she loves him because Rishi is Lakshmi's husband. Sonal takes Malishka with her and they leave from there, and Rishi thinks that what is happening. Rishi still has that confusion in his heart that what he has for Lakshmi is only caring and friendship love, not romantic or relationship love, which is very wrong. If they ask me, then I think Rishi is also part of the people that are troubling the innocent spirit of Lakshmi. Because how can you be so confused? Since a year now, their marriage is already a year and he is still confused. And it is that same confusion that will make this Sonal to enter him very well. I'll see you all again in my next video. Don't forget to check the comment section for the link to the next episode once it is available. I will see you guys in my next video. Bye guys.